As I mentioned, that is the before break, that the word of responsible means that you have something. For example, for your family, for your children, for your something that you have it, for that have it, you are called, you are responsible. And the responsibility is the thing that you have it for fulfilling, for take care of it. Those things is call it your responsibility. In Quran, like I said about before a person, John Mill, Stroll Mill, he mentioned it in his book in 1859, and before about 1235-37 years before that, Quran mentioned it by word of mas'ula, responsive. According to that, Quran mentioned it in chapter 33, verse number 773, said, إِنَّ عَرَضْنَا الْأَمَانَةَ عَلَى السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَالْجِبَالِ فَأَبَيْنَ أَنْ يَحْمِلَهَا وَأَشْفَقْنَ مِنْهَا إِنَّهُ كَانَ ظَلُومًا جَهُولًا. Quran said, we indeed offered the trust to the heaven and the earth and the mountains, but they shrank from bearing it, and dread or scared from it. But human being bored or accepted, then surely man is even unjust and ignorant. So we as a human being are, in this case, loser, and don't know that Allah gave us such a highly trust, which is all the other things that not they are feared, they are scared, they cannot take it, but we took it, our nafs, and but now we have responsible for it to take care of it in right way in the conscience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but we don't. But in respond to Allah, what is that? Ignorancy. We do a lot of things by no knowledge, not thinking. Allah command in this case obvious, that is said, وَمَا خَلَقَتَ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. So of course this was come through to the Gabriel and to the directly to Prophet, and Prophet to the all mankind, but still we are not stay on that command. Allah said, I create demands in the human being to worship me, إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. And at the same time, God put us in such a position to live in this world, whatever carry it. But in hereafter, He asked for those things that He gave us, or gave us, or gave me, or gave you. So the things we have it, then we are responsible for it. Other than that, without feeling responsibility, the life has no meaning. It means how we feel responsibility through to mind. If the person has no mind, he cannot worship God, and he cannot do nothing. Just animal does do something? No. Or any other things. It's only human being. The word of responsible or responsibility or responsive all three combine in one word, which is Quran mentioned, mas'ula. Has been mentioned 3 times in Quran. Maybe more, but that I found myself, but I recited, I read it. I saw that this only 3 times God Almighty mentioned it about this word, mas'ula. One was in Surah Al-Asra, verse number 34 was. He mentioned it, وَأُوفُوا بِالْعَهْدِ إِنَّ الْعَهْدَ كَانَ مَسْئُولًا. And fulfill the promise will certainly be questioned about. And the other word was, the other verse was in I think also was in Asra 30, that was 34, the other was 36. This is 36. He said that is inna sam'a wal basara wal fu'ada kullun ulaika kana anhu mas'ula. This again. And the third verse Allah mentioned that I found was said وَلَقَدْ كَانُوا عَاهَدُ اللَّهُ مِنْ قَبْلُ لَا يُوَلُّونَ الْأَدْبَارَ وَكَانَ عَهْدُ اللَّهِ مَسْئُولًا. We have to know the word of mas'ula in Quran has been used in different purpose, of course, and different for different explanation to people should understand. This verse, the last one, وَلَقَدْ كَانُوا عَاهَدُ اللَّهَ مِنْ قَبْلُ, that is for the those people, the time of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, they promised and then they turned back. They didn't do that. That verse was come out. The meaning of that is, and they had already promised Allah before not to turn their back and flee, and ever is the promise to Allah that about which one will be questioned. There is a hadith also by a spiritual imam saying, the one who has 4 characteristics, his or her iman will define him or her from all previous sins. First, the one who fulfill his or her promise. And second, the one who he or she is honest and not say lie. And the third one is the one who has modesty, and kind of has haya, it is feeling from Allah to not make somebody's down. So that is, and number four is the one who has a good character among the community. So these 4 people, their iman will defend all their previous sin. However, our subject is our responsibility. And I wanted you to pay attention for such a thought that you may know and you may involve in it. But the key or main point is in the verse number 37, Surah Al-Asra, which I mentioned it to you. So the first, before the starting the verse of that was Surah Al-Asra, verse number 34, starting saying وَلَا تَقَفْ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ. So, and do not pursue or follow or mockery or imitation, whatever, of which you have no knowledge. وَلَا تَقَفْ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ. Now, regard of this, pursuing or following, there are lots of talk that I can, inshallah, I will give you some examples, a story about it. For example, we are living in such a time that everything is available. Everything is available, we can do. And at the same time, our ego, our nafs, which nafs? Nafs ammara. And it pushes the mind, it pushes the conscience to have it. This thing I should have it. I should have this, I should have this. And a lot of things the person wants to have it. Good house, good this, good that. And we, without knowledge, follow somebody else. For example, my neighbor, their neighbor or their friends have something, bought something, and the one, when he saw, right away he follow, he mimic, what he do, just for the jealousy or for some reason, he wants to have it. Why my neighbor have it? Why I should not? My sister or even my brother or anyway. Because this is ego inside of each person. But this is wrong. Entirely wrong. There is advertisement, and then we can see in the TVs or in the Facebooks, some comments. We follow that. Oh, we trust on that. And that is wrong. In this case, I give you one example that is, I experienced it by myself. I see it by my eyes. What happened? And in the beginning, when I came to the United States, and that is in Houston, I had a small car, and then I was looking at big car because my children need bigger car. And I found a place that car belonged to one of the oil company's president, but 1 year old, and he has to sell it, and he has to change it to another one. He put a sign on it, and then I go over there and I asked him. He said, how much? He said, where are you from? I said, from Afghanistan. Oh, Afghan people is very, strong people. They are a good fighter. It's good. I said, well, can you give me this car, please? I said, yes, give you that. How much you want? I said, how much you give me? He gave me very cheap price, half a price. And that car, when I get it, and the other, my neighbor, Afghani, and then he jealous it or something, he bought the same car by interest, and he paid interest a lot, and finally accident. That was from my own experience. Anyway, the mimic or the following or those kind of things is not good, is wrong. So also I give you one more break. Inshallah, I come back about the responsibility, talk more about.